been the honor of my life to serve as your president. But in the defense of democracy, which is at stake, I think it's more important than any title.
An historic address to the nation tonight by President Joe Biden. It was his first speech since he released this statement over the weekend, where he said that he was ending his reelection campaign. The president spoke for 11 minutes while his family watched from inside the Oval Office. And in his speech, he touched on what he wants to do in his final 6 months in office. He also praised Vice President Kamala Harris. But since Biden's departure from the race, the vice president is the front runner for the Democratic nomination. And just tonight, the Massachusetts Democratic State Committee voted to endorse her. Our NBC 10 political reporter Matt Pritchard joining us in studio with more on what the president had to say. And Matt, what was the reaction like?
Yeah, well, Priscilla, this was a short, to-the-point speech outlining a vision for the future while bidding farewell to a 50-year career in politics. 3 days removed from dropping his re-election bid,
My fellow Americans,
and President Biden explaining what brought him to that decision.
I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition.
The 11-minute speech carrying a sobering tone as Biden touted first-term victories at home and abroad while acknowledging growing calls within his party to step aside.
You know, there is a time and a place for long years of experience in public life. There's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now.
This had to be such a difficult decision.
Analysts believe Biden hit his mark.
It was definitely heartfelt, and, you know, there wasn't a lot of politicking in it.
But on the president's claims that he'll keep pursuing policy priorities in the next 6 months,
The attention of those who are working with him on Capitol Hill are going to be redirected through the fall into their own political futures. So there's precious little time for him to do very much more with his agenda at this point.
a lame duck presidency that'll center more on supporting Vice President Kamala Harris in her White House pursuit and convincing Americans she's the best person for the job.
History is in your hands. The power is in your hands. The idea of America lies in your hands.
Now, with that speech in the rearview mirror, attention now turns to who Vice President Kamala Harris will choose as a running mate as she prepares to take on former President Donald Trump and his VP pick, that being Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. In studio, Matt Pritchard, NBC 10 Boston.